So, my name is Nathaniel Kober. I'm our webmaster for our organization. If you looked at our agenda tonight, you will see that there's a nice big report in there from me. It's titled Status Report. And at the top of that states Pennsylvania Integrity Network and the United States Integrity Network. So our organization is going through an expansion phase. And part of that is taking it from the state level organization that we are into a national level organization, with chapters in every state and then local chapters under those states. Part of that is expanding the website and our network infrastructure to support that growth all under one platform. So I have rebuilt the entire PIN website from the ground up to support that.
Awesome.
It has taken much longer than I expected because I wanted to build it correctly. I didn't want to take any shortcuts. I didn't want to just do it rapidly. I wanted to do it in the best interest of the future growth of the organization. Here is our website currently, and there's still some bugs I need to iron out with it.
This looks good. It's high-end, man.
Thank you. I'm designing it so that there's a common branding across the entire country. Every state that we bring in under the United States Integrity Network, including the United States Integrity Network, will all have a similar branding. They'll stay there on the state's network, but in the core of the website will be the same exact information relevant for each state. Some key aspects that have been built into this website is one, there is a single sign-on system. So we're going to have posts and articles written on sites by our volunteers or by like Bill, our president here. And those articles are going to allow people to comment on them and share them. The only way they're going to be allowed to comment on them is by subscribing to the website. Allows us to collect their emails, and also them accepting the terms of use for the website. That way, if we need to revoke their access to the website for some reason, we can legally. But that single sign-on for the website means that no matter which state website you log into, or the United States Integrity Network site, or any of the local chapters that are part of this network of sites, anytime you log into one of them, you'll be able to log into all of them at the same time.
Wow.
Meaning you could go from the Pennsylvania Integrity Network site to the New Jersey Integrity Network site and stay logged in. Now, for those who have roles within the state's organizations, when you log into, say, Dave back there on our camera, he is an officer for PIN. He has a greater access to the website. He can go in, he can make posts, make moderate comments, view different aspects that people who are just subscribed to the site can't. Now, if Dave isn't part of the New Jersey Integrity Network, he could still stay signed in, but his role for that site is just a subscriber role. So he won't be able to see the back end of that website. He'll only be able to see the back end of the site that he's assigned to. But still be able to sign in, not have to sign back into another site. Makes it nice and fluid, and it shows that there's connectivity between all the chapters. Another part of the site is actually one part that took me quite a while to build, is there's a petition system. I think Bill shared the one petition on our Facebook account already,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So this was a complete custom build. I actually coded this entire part of the website myself. And so there's a petition system. This petition system allows people to go on. They can then read what the petition is. They can then log in to sign the petition. When they sign the petition, It'll increase the number right there, show how many people have signed. It shows the deadline. They can also share the petition to their Facebook, their Twitter, by email, or just copying the link to it. Now, the nice thing for us is, as the Pennsylvania Integrity Network, we can then go onto that petition in the back end, and we can export it so that we can send it to whoever we need to send it to, and it will have the list of names for everyone that signed that petition. Yes?
Are you going to put that on the petition so people know that their information is going elsewhere?
It's just their names. And
Oh, it's just their name?
Yep, just their names. It's not their, nothing.
No private information?
No private information, no addresses, it's just their names.
Well, we have an issue right now where that would be very helpful, you know, with the redistricting.
Yes. Yep.
The other question is, can we ask for like specifics, like Hispanic names?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we can go in there and just go in and
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's built out so it's customizable in the back end for us.
Okay,
We can then sort by when they log in, when has the login to sign up.
okay.
They do have to put in what town, county, and state they're from.
Perfect.
So we can sort by town, county, and state.
Yes, perfect.
But nothing that's personal. No addresses, no passwords. I don't even believe emails go out or phone numbers. It's just a list of names that go down that say Bill can deliver to, you know, our governor and be like, here you go. This is a petition of this many people that don't want or want this bill, don't want this bill, whatever.
Now, back on the back side of it, we will be able to have the name and emails?
Correct.
Okay, good.
Yep. Yep.
Nate, are you using MailerLite for any of this?
I am.
Okay, that's it then.
Yep.
That's where our database of names is now. Okay, I got it.
But they'll also have an account on the site, so when they log into the site, it creates a subscriber account for them.
Yeah,
And part of that is that they have to, well, they can opt into marketing emails, and those marketing emails, if they have that box checked, which is checked by default, as long as that's checked, it goes over to MailerLite. If it's not checked, it does not go over to MailerLite. So the biggest thing I wanted to make sure it was compliant with California's privacy laws. We're not really worried about EU because we're not worried about the EU. But
The EU's not worried about the EU.
They're not worried about us.
they're a lost cause, right?
But we have to abide by something, especially moving toward a national organization. It's called the CCPA. It's the California Consumer Protection Act. And that regulates what information that we can provide out to other sources. So like we can only provide names out to other sources. We can't provide emails and phone numbers. It regulates how people are allowed to opt into marketing. Has to give them an option to opt out of marketing, which every email that we send out does. It also has to allow them to request their data to be deleted from our systems, which there is a way for them to request that already on the site. It's a simple contact form. Again, this is all stuff that I've had to make sure I build correctly, and it's taken me more time than I thought it was going to do, but I'd rather it take more time and be right than 2 months from now me have to go back in and change something and it mess everything up.
No, it's always better to do things like that. I couldn't even imagine trying to accomplish that.
Also, when they sign the petition, it's kind of cool. This was a feature I actually added just last week to it. They can, when they sign the petition, Bill did it nicely for me already, a great demonstration, thank you, Bill.
Now it's found up.
Yep. So if you
My
look, he
other
can
email.
write a comment for why he signed the petition. And those comments will also be included in the petition when it's printed out. So that
That's awesome.
not just names are being sent to, or given out on those exports, but also the reason why. So it helps, you know, really show our politicians why people are signing this and why they should care about it.
So question,
Yes.
so then who forms the petition? originally?
Correct, so, good question. So, that would be the Integrity Network. So that would be anyone that Bill and the other board members deem should be able to have access to making those petitions. But anyone can request a petition to be made, it's just, it's if Bill and the rest of the board
Yeah, if
want
it's
to.
appropriate.
Yep, feels appropriate, yep.
So I'm looking at it now.
Yes.
Now it says on the side, I have it in front of me.
Yep.
It says share this petition, so you can share it to Facebook, Twitter, or copy the link and share it
Yep,
TikTok, whatever.
Yep, yep.
Okay. That's great.
That
Yeah,
is.
that's very
And you know how
helpful.
how many numbers you can get as opposed to phone
Can they
calls
do
or,
that with the
Exactly.
committees like you're-
not
Yeah,
doors.
exactly.
absolutely.
This also allows us to, like, say we go
Have to
to
share
an
it on
event
EV1.
and you want a petition signed at an event. Just doing a QR code, that can have that QR code printed out, and just allowing people to scan it right on their phones. And they can go, pull right up on the website. Yep.
This is
Good
great.
stuff.
Next big part of the website is the chapter directory. So as I mentioned in the beginning, part of this is not just having one organization for the entire state, but having local chapters. So like Bill, you're right now in the development of the Philadelphia chapter, correct?
Yep.
We are One Unity. So they will have a site under the PIN network or under the USIN network, and they'll be listed in the chapter directory. And so I put a custom or a little test one in here to make sure it was working right. But the Lehigh Valley United there, it's, you know, chapter directory tells you, it's gonna have a logo, tells you if that chapter is active, what that chapter, you know, short summary on what that chapter is about, their core focus areas, and then there's gonna be more areas, when I click in there, I'll show this to people first.
Contact information,
There will be in there, yes.
essential.
That's cool, yeah.
When you click into that to view the chapter information, that is where all the information about that chapter is gonna be. So I'm still building out those chapter pages. It's a template that I gotta build in the back end, so when we add in a chapter, all these pages would build automatically, so less work for me. I love it. But I'm doing all the hard work now, so.
So that would go to their, you also have a link to their website?
Correct.
Okay,
And so their websites will be part of the Integrity Network,
okay.
because those chapters are under PIN, or in this case, for
Right.
Pennsylvania Integrity Network. Yep.
Okay, great.
And so right there's that view chapter website there for when they go to do it. There's also meeting information for what format their meetings are gonna be in, what their meeting types are, if they do only Zoom calls or only in person or a hybrid, and also what their schedule is, if it's rotating, if it's every Monday, if it's the first Tuesday of every month, it's customizable, and it'll display there as well. Once we get a good number of chapters, in that chapter directory, I'm gonna put it in so people can then sort by all of those variables. If they're looking for a chapter that meets only every Wednesday, they'll be able to sort for a chapter that meets on every Wednesday. If they want a chapter that meets like us, we meet on the first Tuesday, first Wednesday and third Wednesday, they can sort by that then too.
So the other question I wanted to ask is, instead of sending out emails of our agenda, can we attach it to
We
the?
can, we will be able to.
Bill?
Yep. So that is actually probably where, if you look in the resources tab at the top,
Okay, resources,
Yep.
okay.
there is a button there that says meeting materials. That page isn't built out yet, but that will be shortly.
Okay,
On my agenda or on Bill's agenda for tonight under my stuff, there is a roadmap that I kind of have there. Can I borrow someone's quick?
there's empty ones there.
Oh, there's empty ones?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
They're in every minute, sir.
So,
Printed 20 sets of them.
see, now we can see what he's talking about.
So like next up, and I actually started this last night, so I sent these to Bill. I sent them to you on Monday or Sunday night, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah. So last night I was working on the sponsorship system. So it's going to be an easy way for us to quickly add in sponsors. I'm hoping to make an automated system where a sponsor could go on, they can pay for their sponsorship, determine how long they want the sponsorship, and then it will run. Less work on our end.
Who's gonna find the sponsors? Yeah.
A lot of that I'm gonna be doing.
What did he say? That's what I'm gonna be doing.
I know how to market.
I'm passing it off to him.
Okay, so that's his job.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, a partner organization system. So we have a few partner organizations that Bill wants to bring on. So I'm going to have that in there as well. Also on the agenda, so probably starting early next week to mid next week will be the event management system. So that event management system is going to be synced across the chapters. Yes.
No, I'm,
Oh, you're good. Oh, I thought you were raising your
I'm
hand.
just,
Yep. That event management system, so what that is every event from every chapter in Pennsylvania and all PIN events will all sync to one centralized calendar.
perfect.
And then we can then display certain events on certain pages. So there's going to be a primary Pennsylvania calendar that will have every event from all the chapters across Pennsylvania with filters that people can then filter. Every chapter website will have their own calendar that just displays their information and pins stuff. So they won't see stuff from other chapters. So like I used the example here, the Lehigh Valley United. And then we have the one that Bill's working on for We Are One Unity. If We Are One Unity does an event next month, puts it on the calendar, it will show up on PIN's calendar, but it will not show up on Lehigh Valley United's calendar. To provide that separation of the chapters there. We want the chapters to be united, but we don't want them to completely share everything. We want them to also have their own independence. It's the best way to do it that way. That way, you know, their chapter members aren't like, well, why do I care about something out in Pittsburgh if I'm in Philly? If they wanted to know about stuff across the entire state, they can go to the Pennsylvania Integrity Networks page. Any questions so far?
Well, I'm working with the John Birch Society, and we do not do that kind of linking in that you're talking with. We're independent because we're nonpartisan, we're not, you know, we're just educational. We're not activist. So we would like our events publicized, but we can't be coming in as like an equal, because that will actually shut down the liberals, it'll shut down anybody, because they're looking at us as a conservative organization,
So that would be a partner event.
a partner event.
Yep. So I have the partner system. So part of that partner system is allowing for our partners to add events from them into our calendar.
But we're not
Yeah.
better than it already.
There is a Young Republican Society being built at Moravian.
Yes.
Good.
There
Yes.
is.
Well, we need to get in touch with them.
I have the contact for the
Good,
social
great,
media.
appreciate that.
So,
Do they have an Hispanic group over there?
no, not really. Moravian's not a big Hispanic
No.
school, so,
Okay, good.
It would be more Lehigh.
Yeah.
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 We should go visit them.
and I also have a contact for the Hispanic outreach to talk to.
Oh, really?
Yep, so,
Good,
Okay,
I'll talk to you after.
okay.
good.
Next on my list here is chapter guides. What these chapter guides are going to be is I'm going to be sitting down with Bill, I'm going to be sitting down with Dave. We're going to come up with essentially a toolkit, a how to start guide, different ways for chapters to be formed and how to operate. Now, we don't need every chapter in the state to focus on all of our missions. So we don't need every chapter in the state to be focused on Hispanic outreach. If they don't want to focus on that for their community, then they can focus on maybe education. And so that's why on the website I have the core focus options, so that people can then sort by what chapters are focusing on what stuff.
So the chapters are independent.
Independent under our umbrella. Yep.
ZPE has partner organizations, regional directors,
Yep.
chapters, and chapter directors.
Um,
Now look,
where was it?
I gotta look at
Additional pages that need to get going, that I'm gonna be focusing on. There's gonna be the contact page and our resources. So I'm gonna be pulling the resources from our old site, over to the new site. That's more just me going back and forth. Also, we have a new section on the site about founding documents. So a little while ago, Bill had me put on 2 or 3 pamphlets, I'll call them, digital pamphlets,
Yeah,
about different aspects of our founding documents, the Constitution, and that kind of stuff. And that's gonna be a little area for that kind of stuff there. It's
you're
good
talking
resource.
about the booklets?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep,
We had
yep,
3 booklets.
yes.
it. Would that be under resources?
It'll be under founding documents. 'cause
Yeah,
they
they're
kind
on, they're actually on.
Okay. It's
The old
under
site they were.
resources. It's
Yeah.
under resources documents.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's also gonna be a way for people to donate. On the old site, we had a donate area. I'm just gonna expand that, make that more SEO friendly. I should also mention, I skipped that, the entire site is more SEO optimized as well.
What does this say?
So what SEO stands for, search engine optimization. It's what basically Google looks for and say, hey, this looks relevant. So the entire site now is more optimized for that. That comes down to the certain keywords that we're looking for,
Okay.
page links. So that's one thing that's gonna be changing is on the old site, anyone could post a article that was any length and size. It could be just a single sentence. Well, that's not gonna be able to happen anymore on the new site. I'm gonna put rules for posts that they have to be a minimum number of words. That way, those posts actually help boost the site rather than just take up space.
Now,
Okay, I was gonna ask you, is this site gonna make you so famous that we lose you?
No. If anything, that's probably gonna be my project down in Florida right now, but that's a different thing.
What?
I have a project going on down in Florida.
Oh, well, we have contacts there, don't worry.
I
so,
know.
so going back to what you were saying about people being able to, put things,
Yes.
articles,
General public cannot.
okay.
Only committee members and the boards for,
Okay, good.
chapters. So,
Because I was just gonna say, that's gonna, it would have to be approved.
no.
Yeah, shouldn't it be committee heads, not committee members?
Well, I don't wanna put all that pressure on the committee chairs.
Oh, okay.
The committee chairs are gonna have a higher level of access where they're gonna be able to approve the post. But the committee members are gonna be able to actually write the post. They just can't actually publish it until, say, you go, yes, I can approve that. And she just hits a button in the back end, which I will work with each individual committee chair
Okay.
on showing them how to do that.
Okay.
I'll also make a video guide that they can follow along too, so they're not calling me every other day.
So with the chapters, okay?
Yes.
With the Hispanic, when I get instructions, so that if I'm going to another county and they need to look at the instructions for me or requirements that I need from them before we sit and meet, Okay, so we could have that on,
Correct.
okay, good.
Yep. So you're gonna, so has everyone looked at our old website before?
Yeah.
Or at least most of you?
Yes.
There was
This
an
is so much better.
education, yeah, there was an education page. And so that education page was a separate website
Yeah.
devoted just for the education committee. I decided not to do that with this network of sites. And I want to make those committees as separate sections inside the same site. So rather than it being like edu.paintegrity.org, it'll be paintegrity /edu and then all the information about them. It's kind of making it look like almost a mini site within the main site. Because, and there's a reason for that, SEO. It's how Google treats those sub-sites where it's like .edu.
Okay.
Google treats them as completely separate websites. Where if I do it this way, where it's paintegrity /edu, Google treats that as the same website.
So then that will up our number,
Correct.
and that's enforcement of the algorithms.
Correct.
Yeah. So, okay, when you say education, we're talking about the school districts?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And the colleges and
Correct.
whatever,
And so
okay.
like for you, it would be the Hispanic stuff.
Okay.
Um,
No, but I'm talking about, instead of us, now we can attach the school boards from each school district, and everybody can find it here now.
Correct. All
Okay.
in one.
Or
on
the
one
school,
site.
like
Yeah.
Nazareth, Parkland,
Correct.
okay, good, that's great.
And with the chair, because Bill did a press release on something that happened in the Allentown
Right.
Council.
Yes.
Will there be a section for press releases on how we are looking at events, like what Bill did?
Yes, so that would be essentially like the news articles
The
that.
news articles?
Yep. And so that's what I was talking about, where there be a
Okay.
minimum number of words in order to post.
Okay.
Well, our press releases will
Oh yeah, of
go
course.
beyond the minimum.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll be at the minimum.
Yep, and then there'll be a separate category for them as well. So
Okay, yes.
it's not gonna like just be flooded in, every
Right.
post has to be assigned to a category.
Yes.
You will not be able to post an article on the site without assigning it to a
It's
category.
orderly.
Yes.
So have you guys figured out what the categories?
I'm working through it.
Okay.
Yep, yep. So, and there's gonna be categories for each committee too, because
Okay.
each committee's gonna be able to do their own post.
Okay, good.
And so that was another aspect where before, when the committees posted into their pages, it didn't sync with the main site. Now, when the committees post, everything's in one site, it's all synced together, and people are able to find everything from the main site. They don't have to try going to 3 different sites to find what they're looking for.
Well,
Also, same thing with Google.
you know how a lot of websites have a search function. Are you saying we're gonna have a search function on our main page then? So
100%.
so if you don't know where to find something, you can just
Okay,
do the
great.
search.
Yep,
That's
yep.
great.
And
Very
you don't
handy.
have to go between 3
Very
different
handy.
websites, it's all on one
Right,
site.
right.
So,
That's
so
good.
for example, you have county chapters.
Yes.
So that would be the, like Northampton, Lehigh,
So
Monroe.
how that one's gonna be is it's not gonna be chapters like named for the county, it's gonna be chapters in those counties. So say we have, there's 2 chapters in Northampton County, okay, maybe one in Bethlehem, one in Easton, okay? When you would select Northampton County, it would show both
Both
those
of them,
chapters.
okay, good.
And it would display their core focuses, when their meeting dates are,
Now,
contact information.
for example, we have a situation with Northampton County, okay? We just found out that the left is trying to redistrict Northampton County,
Yes,
okay? So the Republican just counteract that with their own, okay? So will we be able to put that in there?
yeah, yeah.
And part of the news, because that's a big
Yeah.
news right now.
Yeah, and that can be assigned to the county, it could be assigned to a town. That's the nice thing with how I'm building this right now, is it's not just gonna be a website that just gets stuff posted randomly. It's gonna be a website where stuff is posted orderly, and people are able to find stuff. And things like that affect local towns, people are able to go see.
Well, this is gonna affect the whole
Whole county,
county.
yeah.
So, but the other thing is, we can attach links too, right?
Correct.
Okay, good.
Yep, images, links, videos from like YouTube and stuff, files even. You can do, if you have a file that you want to put on there, you can put the file on there.
Because that'd be great, because we can, like, she was asking me to do like a little blurb of what's going on in Northampton County.
Yeah.
And so if I do that, I can put it on here, and then I'll tell her, just go on the site, it's on there, and then she can just basically take it from there and share it where she wants to share it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And so that's another aspect too. So every news article, it's going to, one, have a spot for people to comment on it, but two, a place that people can share it. So just like the petitions have the share buttons, all the news articles will have the share buttons as well.
Good, because
Yep, so it's nice and easy to share it.
that'd be great.
I have a timeline for what's coming up next on the site. So another aspect of why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it is, this isn't just a traditional multi-site network. Getting a little technical here. This is a multi-network, multi-site. What that is that it's got two levels. And it's more for my management in the back end, but I'll run through it quick. When I go into the back end, I will see the United States Integrity Network first at the top. I'll see that site first. I can click into that site first. Then I will see a network underneath of that. That network underneath of that will be then whatever alphabetically the next one is. Right now it's Pennsylvania, of course, it's the only one in there. I can then click into the Pennsylvania Integrity Network and view every site and chapter under the Pennsylvania Integrity Network. So I don't need to just, it's not a jumbled mess in the back end. Now what that allows us to do is have a privacy policy and terms of use that covers the entire network of sites. So, privacy policies basically are telling people what information the website collects and how we use their information. So, when someone signs up for our mailing list, they have to agree to the terms of use and the privacy policy. And there's links to those. Those links all will go back to the United States Integrity Network, where that privacy policy and terms of use state that this covers the United States Integrity Network and all subsidiaries underneath of it.
Are we national? We're not international yet.
Not international.
Okay.
Not yet.
But that includes Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is part of the United States, yeah. It's part of the United States.
You gotta keep her. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Educational too.
Little job.
You will be surprised how many people that don't know that.
Yeah, the Maritime Islands, there's a bunch of them out there.
There are.
Guam.
Yup,
Guam,
yup.
I can't
US
believe
territory.
that's part of US territory.
Yep.
Think about it. All the way out, think about it.
Yep.
I had to ship something there and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, it's US mail.
Yeah, but it's far. Yep. I think they get like one flight a week or something per mail from the US. Yeah. But yeah, so in theory, I'm still working this out. The United States Integrity Network is the sole kind of king site.
The main.
Yep, that's the main site of the network, and everything comes down under it
Okay.
with its own domains. We've purchased, Dave, what was it, 7 domains?
Yeah.
Yeah. And to answer your question, they don't show anything right now because they're not activated. They're bought, not activated yet.
I did have one showed that it was activated, so I knew that at least
Yeah.
I was looking in the right place.
Yep.
Yeah.
That way, every state site will link back to the United States Integrity Network. And so part of SEO is called backlinks. Backlinks are any link or button on a website that links to another website. And the more backlinks that you have in a website, the higher your domain authority is. Domain authority is what Google looks at and says, okay, this site's more important.
That's how
This is more trusted. So every site across the entire network will link back to the United States Integrity Network, making the United States Integrity Network's domain more powerful and more successful.
This is great.
Up next on my list is I want to start the actual build out of the United States Integrity Network site. Gonna meet with Bill probably at some point next week to discuss that. But part of that also is we are rewriting the bylaws for the Pennsylvania Integrity Network. We're also rewriting or making the bylaws for the United States Integrity Network. That way everything is governed, and they're all separate organizations, but the United States Integrity Network is the top of that chain. And so the Pennsylvania Integrity Network will be governed by the United States Integrity Network.
That means we need a new EIN, right?
No.
No.
Oh. Well, we need a new EIN for the United States Integrity.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. But not for PIN, I can say. Essentially what that does for us as well is that kind of creates liability loops where anything that happens, say, in Pennsylvania Integrity Network won't directly go to the United States Integrity Network. Whatever happens in
Yeah, you can see.
New Jersey will go over to the Pennsylvania Integrity Network. It just helps isolate each one a little
So the
bit.
bylaws themselves are what does the isolation?
Correct.
Makes sense.
Correct.
Nate, are you going to be able to take articles out of the Morning Call and Lehigh Valley News and put them on here too?
Yeah, right here, right here.
You
Submit news articles for the school, because you,
Oh, so you're probably looking at the EDU page?
Yeah, but all they want is an URL.
So yeah, the
Yeah.
It's
EDU
just a
page isn't
URL.
built out yet. But so what it's gonna be is if you wanna pull an article from like the Lehigh Valley News or Morning Call, you're gonna need to write a summary about it and then put the link into it.
okay.
Otherwise, it's copyright.
Correct. And so that's one thing that needs to make sure that our committee chairs are enforcing with their committee members, as well as we're enforcing at a state level, making sure that we're not
Right.
copywriting the newspaper stuff.
Well, when you say you're not going to copyright, it just means you're giving credit to the article, right?
So, yes, essentially, yes. So we can write a
I mean,
summary about
that
it.
summary that you're talking about is your way of giving credit to the source.
Correct, and
Okay.
then linking to the source.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a link, it's not the article itself.
Correct. It's not copy and pasting the article into
Okay,
the
okay.
website. Any questions?
No, this is well done.
Thank you. After that, after I start the USIN website, I'll then move on to the EDU site. I want to do the USIN site before the EDU site simply because I want the backlinks to start for that one.
Okay.
Same thing with Hispanic. That one's going to be after the EDU one, just because the EDU site's already pretty much me. I just have to copy things over. Once I start the Hispanic one for this new version, I'm going to get with you and figure out what
'Cause-
pages and stuff, what
Well,
resources.
and that's the other thing, we're gonna need like a translating button.
I already have it started.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's a good point. Yeah,
So that translating button will run for the entire network.
okay,
Yep. So people, there'll be A button, it's either, I haven't decided where I want to put it yet. It'll either be a floating button in the bottom right corner.
I think you should do a floating button.
Yeah.
Because if we're gonna direct people to the site, and they'll see that it does have Hispanic,
Yep.
but they see something interesting, and they don't see the button,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know.
I was either gonna put it as a floating button or a button in the header. A lot of sites do it in the header as well. It's a normal place that people usually
No,
look for
maybe in the header,
Yeah.
because the header,
He doesn't change.
right, it
Exactly.
stays.
Exactly.
What about if we get into other languages,
We can add
like Indian
We can add
or what, you can add
Yeah.
that to,
Yeah,
okay.
we can have them. Yeah. And that's the nice thing with what I'm building here, is we'll be able to add all this stuff in as we need it.
Wow.
I just need to get the pages built first,
Right,
and then I can put the
right,
translation
right,
into
that's
it.
understandable.
Yep.
This, you're talking, it's gonna work similar to my Russian page, on my other webpage. I hit English so I can read it. See?
Right,
So-
that's what I mean.
It
Yeah,
would be
Alright.
similar to that, but, so that's doing it through
So
Google.
what I said.
Yeah, so that's doing it through Google. Google Chrome does that,
Right.
yeah,
which is awesome.
Well, I got my Swedish page, I got my,
Yep.
So it's a function of the browser, you're saying?
right.
Yeah.
Well, no, so I'm actually gonna make it part of the actual website. So rather than just Google just doing its little thing and changing it, people will be able to actually do it through the website themselves. So not a lot of people know that Google does that. It's still not very well known that you can translate
The
pages.
older people.
Even younger ones, honestly. Honestly, there's a lot of people my age that don't know how to work like Google and stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's shocking.
Yeah, it's a little scary. It really is.